Scott,
Yes,
you want to talk to MVNO?
I would love to talk about an MVNO.
So we're doing kind of this series on MVNOs where we just pull one and kind of give you what are the broad spectrum 7 questions that everybody asks about these carriers. We got the idea to do this because there are a ton of them.
Yeah.
If you don't know what an MVNO is, it is a mobile virtual network operator. They are a service provider what they do is they sign an agreement with one of usually the big 3, Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, and you use one of their service towers for your mobile service. And there are plenty of them out there. And so what we do is we pick one and we kind of give you what are they about, what can you do with them, and maybe ease up a lot of the questions that you might have in finding a service provider.
And with MVNOs too, a couple of the differences between, you might just use the tower from one of the tier 1, but everything else is done through this company.
Yes.
And it's not just this one, but through the MVNOs. So you're going to deal with a company, and it's not just some kind of a generic front.
Yeah, you're not dealing, if this provider happens to use Verizon towers, you're not really talking to a Verizon rep and it's just their secondary company. This is a completely separate company.
Yep. With its own billing, its own infrastructure, its own customer service.
And a lot of times its own deals.
Yeah.
So we're going to take a look at one of them today. The one you are going to talk to us about is Simple Mobile.
Yes, Simple Mobile.
All right, let's get right into it. What network does Simple Mobile use?
Okay, so this is interesting.
Okay.
This is a company that is owned by TracFone Wireless.
Okay.
Which is kind of Page Plus, Straight Talk, a couple others. And when you go to their websites, you'll see, you can kind of get a sense, you're like, oh, these look like each other.
Right.
But when it comes down to the actual coverage, if you're using Simple Mobile, you're using T-Mobile's network.
Okay.
But you're going to deal with Simple Mobile as the company and everything else that comes with that.
Okay. So we mentioned that they're a separate company. If I have a problem with my service, can I go and talk to somebody at a store?
So, not really.
Okay.
You can go to their website and you can look up a store locator. And you're going to find that there is an exclusive retailer kind of listing, and there's an authorized retailer, which sounds like they're full stores. But I'll read the descriptions from Simple Mobile's website here for you. So there are about 200 of these locations nationwide. Total Wireless exclusive retailers offer the best, most affordable solutions to meet your needs all under one roof. And it's going to be basically the retailers that I mentioned, like Net10, TracFone.
Yep.
So there are 200 of those.
Okay.
So it isn't as if you can just go find one just like you may have one in your town. Of course, the bigger markets might.
Sure.
There are authorized retailers, which is other stores in your community with the same brands, the TracFone. There are about 8,000 of these authorized retailers that you can find, and those are usually inside of a CVS, Dollar General.
Okay.
These are places where you go in and you'll see like cards kind of hanging near the cash register. That's where you kind of buy, if you wanted to buy like a top-up, like a plan.
Sure.
So it isn't as if you're, if you have a phone, and we'll get into that here, but you can actually get service by, visiting your Dollar General.
Okay.
But your Dollar General sales rep is not going to be the person.
Right.
You don't go to them and say, hey, I'm having trouble with my...
Yeah, I signed up for this service, and now I can't get a signal. What do I do?
Yeah.
Most likely they're going to say, hey, check the website, or here's a phone number to call.
Yeah. And if you do go to the Simple Mobile website, you can look up and find out where those, they call them exclusive retailers are.
Okay.
So there are about 200 across the country. We don't have any near us.
Okay.
It's not something, we're in Akron, Ohio, Canton, Ohio. We don't really have anything around us that is going to say, oh, I'll just go over there and deal with them.
Right.
But we can, between here and the next 3 red lights, we could probably find 3 places
to buy service from them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So if I want to get that service, can I use my phone that I have already?
You can. Porting your number, you can always carry your number from one carrier to another. Mm-hmm. That is something that is just a universal right now for consumers. So you decide, I do want to use, everything that you've said so far sounds great. Everything I say afterward, you're convinced. I want to sign up for them. You can keep your phone.
Okay.
So you can go to the website and check out to find out for certain if it's compatible. But if you're a T-Mobile customer or you've got an unlocked GSM phone, you can do that, and you can pick up a SIM card for about $1.
Okay.
You can go to their website, and they can mail you one as well. Put it in there, create your account, and go through that. So yes, you can use your existing device.
Okay. So what does their service look like? What am I going to look at per month if I wanted to get service?
So there are a number of plans.
Okay.
They range from about $25 up to $60.
Okay.
And it's going to vary based off of what your data needs are. And then there are going to be a few extras that kind of get sprinkled on top, more specifically as you get to the top end of the plans.
Okay.
So for $25, you're going to get unlimited talk, unlimited text, and you're going to get 3 gigabytes of high-speed data.
Okay.
So that's going to be, your standard plan that you're getting with your carrier now, unlimited talk and text, unlimited data. You get your first 3 gigabytes of this at the high speed.
Okay.
And you're also going to get some other things such as unlimited international calling to 69 different countries. There's some caveats like to how many numbers you can call, up to 20. You can program those. International calling credits, you get those things each month. Hotspot capabilities.
Okay.
So you're going to use your data, but that's on the low end of 3 gigabytes, and then they go up to 5, 15. And then there is also truly unlimited plans. At the $50 level, you're going to get unlimited talk, unlimited text, and it's considered truly unlimited high-speed internet. When you click on it and read the fine print, I think it tells you where it does cap that, but it's, for most people, it's 20, 30 gigabytes. It's going to be pretty high-end. For your $50, you're going to get all those other things that were included, and you also get video streams at 480p. So that's like your DVD quality video streams.
Okay.
Whereas for the other ones, it's going to kind of throttle that down. It's, your mileage varies. If you don't watch videos, you're not doing YouTube videos or Netflix, you may not care at that. That $50 also gives you 5 gigabytes of hotspot.
Oh,
so
okay.
if you wanted to share that data with another device,
Sure.
maybe you've got a tablet
Yep.
or a laptop, you could share that. You get 5 gigabytes of data that way.
Okay.
For another $10 a month, you bump that into a 15 gigabyte hotspot.
Okay.
And then you've got, again, unlimited calling, international credits. You get $20 a month if you do want to call internationally. You also get some cloud storage. So if you want to store some files, pictures, documents, and things, you get 50 gigabytes of cloud storage as well.
Yeah.
And that's one thing with carriers, if you get kind of reliant on their ecosystem,
Yeah.
that's a way to hook you.
Yeah.
Put your files here and store them with us. You're a little bit less reluctant, or you're a little bit more reluctant to leave them.
Yeah.
If you have,
Think of all the hassle it's going to be to get all my stuff
get
away.
my stuff. Yeah.
Sure.
So all of the plans do come with the ability to save a couple dollars per month if you set up for auto refill.
Sure.
So it's a no contract carrier, but if you decide, hey, I'm going to put it so that it automatically takes out a payment every month, you will save a couple dollars by doing so.
Okay. That's a pretty common thing with the big service providers, the big three. So it's cool to see, MVNOs getting into that idea.
Yep.
So what do they have any special deals other than just kind of the rate plans?
They do, and it's kind of a mixed bag. You can visit it pretty much any time and find that it will change. Right now, as we record this, it's, the lead up. It is tax time.
Sure.
So they have some sales in there under the guise of tax time savings.
Sure.
But you also find dads and grads, New Year's, Halloween, back to school. There's always a reason to have a sale.
Yeah.
So you're going to get like $30 off this phone, or you might find that this one is $50 right now, or limited time instant savings, things like that. But yes, you can look and find out what the price breaks are, and that's on Android and iOS devices.
Okay. So they offer talk, text, and data, and the data, you said high speed. Does that mean it's 5G service?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so I tried to dance around that when I was talking about it because I knew the question was coming. Yes, their high-speed data is a 5G high-speed data.
Nice. And then if I don't have a phone, or let's say I'm ready for a new phone, I want to get rid of my service, I want to get a new phone, I kind of want to start fresh, do they offer phones to purchase?
They do, but it's not a wide selection.
Okay.
And it's not a cutting-edge selection.
Okay.
This is going to be more like a generation or so behind what is out today when you compare it to some of the other providers. It may not matter to the person who is signing up.
Sure.
They may not care about the frills and the gorgeous things that come with some of the flagships, or wireless charging and all of these, high refresh rates. That stuff may not matter. So the selection is a little bit, behind the times, but it's not terrible.
Okay.
Now, you also have some refurbished phones as well. So if you're really kind of looking to save some money, you can pick up a phone that is refurbished.
Yeah.
But also, if you're looking to kind of, maybe you don't have the money to put into a full phone, you can also finance. So if you need to, you could spread your payments out and not have to go all in on a phone, especially if you're switching a family over.
Sure.
You decide, hey, I'm not able to buy 3 phones all at once.
Right.
Set it up. You can do some financing as well.
Okay. So yeah, that's kind of a overview of Simple Mobile.
Yeah, so there's other things you can dive into. If you go to the website, you'll find some things, but this is generally enough to kind of push you in a direction or push you away from that direction.
Sure.
If you're like, well, you know what? I don't think this is right for me. You can kind of tell at this point. But if you think that it sounds interesting and you really want to dig deeper, you can go to simplemobile.com and learn more about that.
Awesome. Thanks, Scott.
You're welcome.